Once again, the Ghana seer, he said he is now the nation seer. Recently, he dropped some, according to him, prophecies. He said he doesn't do prediction. He said there is no prophet in this world that gets any spiritual information to mortals from any God or Holy Spirit. That God has no time for that. That the gods of the land, they are the ones that give out information. And that he has a spirit that gives him this information. He called that spirit karma. Now, he has decided to shine his, in quote, prophecy, or is it divination, into Nigeria. It has always been about Nigeria. The thing is this: if you want to gain fame and popularity, just talk about the most famous, the richest, the biggest, things that have light shining on it already. Talk about it. It will help you trend. So he has decided, once again, not just about pastors. He decided to talk about two individuals in Nigeria. He said that Psquare, there is a coffin. And Peter Obi, former presidential candidate of Labour Party, he also said some things about him that I want you guys to listen to. It's very important, very much important, that you listen to this one from the beginning of it till the end.
That Psquare they be two.
Okay, Square.
Psquare.
Peter and Peter Okoye and Paul Okoye.
The Mabapa side, the gods for the Mabapa side can't put coffee between the two of them. Coffee is between the two of them. We don't know which one will enter first. That's what it did. So bad news will hit Nigeria. So these two musicians, they be twins. They should find their way and sort the gods from their father's side. Make them remove that coffee. Otherwise, one of them will fall in that coffee. The news will come out. Psquare of Nigeria in this spiritual world. Coffee day in their mix in the spiritual world. That's what it did. Without why I feel day like that. Without Peter Obi. All karma royals around the world pray for Peter Obi.
Why? That young, vibrant man.
I know if you open my mouth talk. All I would say, karma royals and.
But he's not a karma royalist.
No, I like the man, so I'm telling my karma royals when they
you
are
pleading with to pray for him.
Because the enemy on the man, both in and out, is large. But Peter Obi today, they believe in book. They believe in plenty traditional things.
Yeah.
So Peter Obi, Papa, our Niger president, if you don't take time, the presidency you are fighting for, you don't go reach there.
Plenty enemies.
You no go where they follow me.
Where they follow you.
You no go reach there.
They follow you.
Big congratulations is ahead of Peter Obi. But if Peter not take time, he no go get that congratulation. That congratulation no go reach him for land.
Pray to God.
So Labour Party, pray for your leader because he need that prayers. What is going on in the spiritual world about Peter Obi? When the media bring him out, pains and tears on our share. So make on send out this message from the world seer.
Welcome back. Gooda world seer. Gooda. Well, he has said what he said, and if he actually got this information from the dark world, I don't know if he got it there, or maybe he did get it there, because this dark world, according to what we read in the Bible, of course, he doesn't believe in it. It is made simple that the dark world, the king of the dark world, with his prince, have no other work, job, destiny to fulfill more than to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is why everything that the world seer or Ghana seer or his village seer, whatever seer that he is, or the spirit seer or karma seer, whatever he sees will always be in line with stealing, killing, and destruction. How come these spirits, fallen angels that became devils, demons, principalities, and all of that, how come they have nothing to offer? They cannot have anything to offer. They are the gods of the land, according to him. They have nothing to offer you than to steal from you, kill, and destroy. How then are you supposed to bow? How then are you supposed to pay homage to these wicked, evil spirits? He wants the Psquares to acknowledge the deities, that is the demons of the devils, the principalities, whatever it is. Let's just put it in perspective. The devils and demons, the spirits that are from his maternal and possibly paternal side, they need to offer them goats. Now, before we even proceed, have you observed that the altars of this African and maybe a little bit in India too? Have you observed that in Africa, their shrine, I mean, the altar where they offer whatever to their god is always dirty, full of, why? Of course, blood, dirty spirits, dirty spirit. They like that dirtiness in Africa. Like, give us blood. Imagine a place where blood is offered constantly for years. Huh? Oil is poured in there for years. I don't know if these places are cleaned up anyway, or rats come to eat these things. So he wants Psquare to do some sacrifice so as not to fall into the coffin. He said the coffin is yet to choose who amongst them to capture, and that they need to do the needful before they fall into the coffin. If they do not do anything about it, that bad news will be spread far and wide about them. Also about Peter Obi, he said he likes Peter Obi, but Peter Obi needs to take steps, and that his fans needs to warn him that he needs to take steps to secure himself. If not, the news that will hit lovers of Peter Obi, Labour Party, Southeasterners, Igbos precisely, it will be a strong hit. I mean, it will hit them bad. It will touch them in a bad place. He said they need to do something about it too. Now, I'm not trying to say that familiar spirits don't give information amongst themselves and pass it down to conduits like the seer. Of course, they have access to get information that these particular spirits want to put out there. And if you observe, all of what they put out there is connected to fear. Give us give us. Are you going to worship God? Oh, he might tell you he has no problem with God, that God is above all. But God has positioned these spirits on earth, and it is a must that you and I must bow to the spirit. We must pay our dues to them so that they can allow you to thrive, so that they can allow you to prosper, so that they can allow you to have good health. He said once that these spirits don't die, but human beings have 70, and whatever comes on it is an extra. Why don't you pay your way through and go? But what he has failed to say is that it does not stop there. You will not pay and go. You will leave to your children. You are going to leave it to your children. The covenant continues. So it's like a circle, and a never-ending circle. That's what it is. It's a generational thing. You keep passing it down to your children. The spirit will keep holding. Why? Because they're holding on to one principle. They know that whatever covenant you get into will affect or will tie your children. You see? So that's how it works. So it's not just you spending 70 and leaving. It is all of your children. And you might not even know the context of the covenant that your ancestors made. Maybe out of greed, ignorance, or out of manipulation by the so-called deviant, that the maleficent whatever spirits, you don't know. So what he's encouraging is you have to respect it, obey it, pay homage, continue in the circle. It's an unending circle. You give to them, they allow you. What makes him think that all of these spirits are ready to do good to anyone? Like how? We've asked questions in the time past. How come those slave masters, of course, some will say, oh, no, Africa was already engaged in slavery, like selling slaves before the Caucasians came. They only took over the business. But the thing is this, why is it that those spirits, well, those spirits are not for morals anyway. It is more like a trade by barter, or I do this for me, I do this for you. That's what they are for. They are not interested in making you live right. So we will not go into that part of it. But the thing about paying homage, giving sacrifice, it's an unending circle. An unending circle. You keep passing it down from generation to generation, all because you want to live on earth for 70 years. Now, Christians and even Muslims, they have their way about it, on it, to deal with such issues like, should we continue to be in servitude to these so-called spirits or gods of the land? This is open for a discussion. What are your thoughts about this? This Seer is always encouraging people, as Africans, you must pay homage, you must do the libation. This spirit, they would attack you, they would destroy you if you don't do it. It's a must. They answer you by fire, they destroy, they do this, they do that if you don't. What do you think about it? Drop your comment. Or don't you think someone should break that covenant and that circle?